Anyone entering the Church of San Giuseppe cannot fail to be astounded by the unexpected breadth and depth of the building, and by the majesty of its unique raised chancel. In 1578, the church had already been completed for some time, with the extension of the base and its 20 chapels, but the chancel was still small and humble compared to the grandiose naves, squeezed between the naves and a small public alley located just behind. Of course, the street could not be closed to the benefit of the convent, so the friars made a request to the municipality to extend the chancel by building a covered overpass above the alley, an extension that was also necessary in view of the construction of a new large cloister to the north, now housing the diocesan museum. Once permission was obtained, work began on the Cappella Magna, and the former small presbyterial area was transformed into the underlying crypt of San Rocco. At the end of the 16th century, the barrel vault was decorated with the 4-coffered ceiling, which echoes the previous ones in the naves, thus adding to and enhancing the majesty of this space. Going up the connecting staircase, we can admire the high altarpiece, made in 1719 by Giovan Antonio Cappello, portraying the Immaculate Virgin surrounded by a jubilation of little angels, accompanied by Saints Rocco and Giuseppe on the left, Francesco and Chiara on the right. On the sides of the rose window above the altarpiece, Saints Rocco and Apollonio are depicted, in memory of the 2 previous observance convents that stood outside the city walls and were destroyed to make room for the Venetian esplanade in 1516. Cappello's painting replaced a dazzling 16th century plastic altarpiece by Stefano Lamberti, which came from the Church of San Rocco and is now lost. The precious wooden choir, which we can still admire in situ, was also brought from the same church. It was made in the 16th century by the well-known carver Clemente Zamara from Chiari, with refined Carthusian inlays. The public alley still lies below. The Brescians of the past took little care of these sacred walls when passing through and dumped all sorts of trash into the street. For this reason, in 1673, by order of the Venetian rectors, an inscription, still visible today, was walled up on the outer wall, forbidding bringing in earth or any kind of refuse, under penalty of 200 ducats. Apparently, however, both the warning and the threat of a fine had little effect, so much so that, in 1762, the friars sent a new petition to the public deputies, asking permission to close, morning and evenings, the basement of their choir, which is notoriously used for the most detestable iniquities and for the most disgusting deposit of corporal garbage, to the discontent and disgust of the members attending the choir. The request was granted in exchange for a certain number of holy masses. The alley was closed, and that is why it was named Vicolo dei Cancelli, the Alley of the Gates.